The spiritual world is very real, and it's something that we need to recognize as being real, because if we underestimate it, then all of a sudden we start letting our guard down and all kinds of bad things will stem from that. But if you read the Bible, you don't get too many depictions of the spiritual world. But in Daniel chapter 10, we're given this very, very clear picture of what was going on back then in Daniel's time. In Daniel chapter 10, what you'll find is that Daniel was praying and fasting for 21 days, and then finally this angel showed up to him and he's like, "Hey Daniel, I've been trying to reach you for 21 days. I've been trying to get to you, but I was withstood by the prince of the kingdom of Persia." And he's like, "This guy was withstanding me so that I couldn't get to you." And it wasn't until Michael the archangel showed up that he was able to be released, or Michael was going to handle that demonic prince so that the angel could reach Daniel and deliver a message. And so what I want you to understand is that this angel identifies this demonic angelic being as the prince of the kingdom of Persia. Now, why is it interesting? It's because of what Persia represents. Back then, they referred to it as Persia. Today, we would refer to it as Iran. This demonic angel, this fallen angel, is referred to as the prince of the kingdom of Persia, or the prince of the kingdom of Iran. Now, why that's so fascinating is because what happened back then is still in play today. That demonic prince that was around during Daniel's time is the same one that's there today. And so, we like to think that nothing ever directly impacts us, as if we're not living in our own spiritual warfare, but we are, which is why Paul tells us to put on the full armor of God in Ephesians chapter 6. But here what you see is that there's like a hierarchy of angels, and there's some angels that are better than others. There's some that are weaker. There's some demonic fallen angels that are better, and some are that are weaker. It's really, really provocative when you start diving into it, but I just want you to recognize that Persia is something that is very, very real, and it's on the board today. And it's always, or Iran, and Iran is always connected in the news today, and it's directly related to Russia and Israel. Now, those two players, Russia and Israel, and the third one obviously being Iran, are going to be closely associated in the end times. You have certain battles that still need to be fulfilled, which are yet future, and I think it's really provocative. So I just want you to be sensitive to what's going on back here. There was the prince of the kingdom of Persia, or this demonic angel that was attached to Iran, just like you have a demonic angel that's attached to Russia or to America or to China or whatever. This spiritual warfare is going on. It was going on back then, it's going on today. And so this is why we need to know the word for ourselves, because when you start getting attacked, you need to be able to defend yourself. The only way you can defend yourself is not by just doing more pull-ups or doing more bench press or running more miles. No, it is, you can only defend yourself by using the word of God, which is this sword. And so it's really important to understand that how necessary it is to arm yourself, and just with the full armor of God, and rely on his might, not my might or your might. How important that is. Hope this helps. Thanks, guys.